is true. Karan, one filmmaker over others that you feel has, has had the greatest impact on where cinema is headed even now, and where that period of 1995 to 2015 is concerned. Who perhaps left the most indelible stamp?
Alright, so I would say that if I had 94 to play with, I would say Shubhra Gupta. Absolutely. When Hum Aapke Hain Kaun was, I mean, it's a film that everybody references in some way or the other. Aditya Chopra, of course, is in here because in October 95 was when Dilwale came out. And I would also say that Maine Pyar Kiya, Suraj Bhattacharyya, also Karan Johar. I think that would have been, those are the three filmmakers I think really have shaped the 25 years that came after that in a way that no other filmmaker has, because each one of those films is the kind of gold standard by which other filmmakers even create romances around them. It's only when people started breaking the mold, which is why the films that you're seeing here are all films that did something that these guys had not, or they had left a little space, or something they did that these films had, sort of, it was like, where do you go after Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak? Where do you go after Dilwale? So these are all films that were, in a sense, a response to these three big films. Yeah?
I have thereabouts, and some of them we don't give enough credit for. I think, if you think about, when we talk about modern day, contemporary, casual, conversational writing, it actually started with Dil Chahta Hai in 2001 with Farhan Akhtar. Many filmmakers followed suit and made filmmakers like Zoya Akhtar, Imtiaz Ali. They I think came from the similar space. But Dil Chahta Hai was iconic. So I would say Farhan Akhtar was iconic for creating this casual conversation in film, which friends like Ashley in Urban India speak like. Then when you talk about just sheer visual opulence, I think Sanjay Leela Bhansali sets the template. And today we've all seen the trailer of Padmavati. He pretty much paints celluloid like no other filmmaker does. He does what K.R. did with Mughal-e-Azam. He does with great filmmakers of the orbit, to paint just cinematic, just make it so cinematic that makes you question digital always, because it just makes you feel like every frame is a painting. Sanjay Bhansali would be the other filmmaker. When we talk about Anurag Kashyap, we must say he started a movement that we still don't give. Of course, he gets a lot of credit from people in and around that movement. But we must know that there are many films and filmmakers that have spiraled off the energy he kind of created. And I think that he has created a movement of sorts, and good, bad or ugly, there is an energy he brought into the movies that we must respect him for. Beyond that, of course, I'm not mentioning the greater filmmakers, but lastly I would say Raju Hirani for bringing across this syntax that Rishikesh Mukherjee, Basu Chatterjee actually had created, and then no one put forward. Because everyone started going either glossy or exceptionally real. He created the common man conversation. I think, that by making the films catering to a very strong middle class morality, that is what represents us as a nation. So these are the four names I would say that are, I think, beyond every other filmmaker, are, I think, flag bearers of Indian cinema in a certain sense, across various and different kind of, I think, syntax energies.